Well, the people you meet on a park bench. Ian Henschke from National Seniors and Joel from the Benevolent Society, and we're here to talk about older Australians and the Fix Pension Poverty campaign. And in particular, we'd like to talk about the needs for dental services for older Australians. So Ian, talk to me about what you experience, what people talk to you about with respect to dentistry.
Well, I think one of the big issues here is the cost of dentistry and the fact that it's not available under the Medicare system. And this means that people are letting their teeth fall into a terrible state. We've got people that have actually got gum disease. We know that many older Australians have oral health issues, and that can lead to other health issues. So the question we're asking is, why can't you get some assistance for that? And I think we recognise it with children. We want to keep them on the right path, so there's assistance for child dental programs. I think there should be assistance at least for those that are on the lowest incomes. The pensioners that are struggling, they need some help. And we're working with the Benevolent Society to look at some ways and means of doing that.
Yeah, Joel. So what's the Benevolent Society's thoughts on this?
Well, before we started the Fixed Pension Poverty campaign, we started with a piece of research called the Adequacy of the Age Pension. And that spoke to people who are living on the age pension about their experiences. And we heard some of those stories that make you feel really uncomfortable about living in this country, Australia, a wealthy country, and what we put people through. So we heard about people who mash their food to avoid seeing the dentist because they can't afford the cost of going to see the dentist.
Well, because when they chew, it hurts their teeth, or what?
They chew, it hurts their teeth. And I've known, as a community worker, I've known people who have avoided eating, and they just don't eat, and it becomes a very unhealthy situation because it's too painful for them, and they can't afford to go and see the dentist. And we need to do better than that.
So as a federal member, one of the things I'm going to do, and it really comes from what National Seniors and the Benevolent Society are talking about, is have that voucher that is available right now for families who are Family Tax Part A participants, for that voucher to be also available for older Australians who are on a low income, who are perhaps on the pension or part pension. I think it's a really smart spend. And I want to take it into the Parliament, and let's start talking about this, because this is another one of those issues that we're not talking about in the Parliament that we need to talk about.
And I think it's great that you're actually raising the issue, because it's something that came up a few years ago. I think during the time of the Rudd government, they talked about Dentacare, and then it sort of gets raised and then it disappears. We've got to make sure that we've got something there that does help people, because myself, only the other day, I had a terrible toothache. I had to go to the dentist. I didn't have to think about it. I just wanted to get it fixed. But I know that if I was a pensioner, I might avoid going, and I'd be worried about the cost.
And then things get worse. So look, I've got to do some homework around this. We're going to find out how much it would cost, do some budget analysis. But I think this is a good spend. This is an investment. And let's talk about this in the Parliament.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks, Ian.